Mystic weapons are formidable magical weapons, each endowed with unique elemental power. Weapons and armors are associated with various elemental types. There are 8 distinct types of elements: earth, fire, water, wind, ice, lightning, light, and dark, in which their abilities are based on these elements. All weapons and armors possess skills, a passive skill, and an active skill. Passive skill triggers automatically when certain condition is met. Active skill can manually be triggered by player by pressing right-click on the computer, left trigger in console, touching and hold in mobile devices. Scepters. Scepters are potent long-range magical weapons, capable of wielding extraordinary abilities. Scepters feature only an active skill, and each successful use of this skill consumes 1 level of XP, and they have very low durability. Scepters can target all entities within 10 blocks radius, excluding 2 blocks radius from the user. You can select which entities the scepters will target. By default, it targets all entities except players. When you use it while sneaking, it targets monsters only. To make it also target players, you have to use this command. When PvP Scepter is enabled, all players will be notified. Now, it targets players too. If you sneak, it will target the players and monsters only. You can disable PvP if you set Scepter PvP to false. This will also notify all players. This command cannot be used by everyone. Can only be used by those who have operator permission or those who have admin tag. Now, time for showcase. Evocation Staff, Earth. Attack all targets with Evocation Fangs twice, dealing damage with each attack. The second attack inflicts a weakness effect on the targets. Pyrelight Scepter, Fire. Unleash a burst of burning flames on all targets, dealing damage and scorching them, causing fire on the ground where they're standing. Hydroburst Scepter, Water. Unleash a surging wave of water that slightly pushes away all entities it hits, dealing massive damage to them. Tempest Staff, Wind. Lift all targets into midair, then unleash bursting wind on them, dealing great damage, and upon descent, it causes fall damage. Thawed Scepter, Ice. Encase all targets in ice, dealing a small amount of damage and applying a slow effect. The ice will eventually destroy after 8 seconds, dealing additional damage if targets remain inside. Lightning Scepter, Lightning. Strike Lightning Bolt upon all targets, causing damage and scorching all enemies on impact. Solarfalre Scepter, Light. Strike Solar Beam at all targets, dealing damage every 0.5 seconds, the initial hit being more powerful than the subsequent 3 hits. Necromancy Staff, Dark, summoned for undeads that attack nearby entities. After 10 seconds, they will detonate, dealing damage. Undeads will have name tag, same to the summoner's name. Undead will attack entities depending on how they summon, with Necromancy Staff, just like how other Scepters will select a target. As you can see, they want to attack Villager too. But if we use Necromancy Staff while sneaking, they will exclusively target monsters only. See that one undead, ignoring Villager. The Scepter PvP rule also applied to them. Players who summon them aren't tamed to them. They could attack you as well if you don't hold Necromancy Staff. Mystic Swords. Mystic Swords are formidable melee weapons, capable of delivering high damage, and they offer a combination of active and passive skills. The passive skill of Mystic Swords can trigger with a certain chance upon hitting a target. Evocation Blade, Earth. Passive, attack the target with Evocation Fang, inflicting weakness effect. Active, elevate the user and place a pillar of dirt, ideal for escaping or climbing. This ability cannot be used while swimming, gliding, or climbing. Blazing Sword, Fire, Passive, set target on fire for a few seconds. If the target has fire resistance, it will be dispelled. Active, create a fiery path in the designated direction, scorching any entities it comes into contact with. Aqueous Blade, Water. Passive, the user will lifesteal, replenish health. If the user's health is already full when this passive activates, it grants an absorption effect instead. Furthermore, each subsequent activation, while the absorption effect is active, increases the number of absorption's hearts. Active, purify the user, removing specific negative effects. Including extinguishing the user if they are on fire. Galeforce Blade, Wind. Passive, lift target into midair, then unleash bursting wind on them. dealing small amount of damage. Active, unleash a powerful gust that forcefully propels nearby entities away, dealing small amount of damage to them. Shattered Blade, Ice, passive, immobilize the target for a few seconds, and upon dispelling, inflict a slow effect. Active, place a temporary ice wall in front of the user, providing a barrier that obstructs entities and incoming projectiles. Lightning Sword, Lightning, passive, apply electrocuted effect on the target that slows them. This effect lasts for 10 seconds. This passive can be triggered while the sword is on cooldown. Active, unleash to lightning strikes on electrocuted entities within a 7-block radius. An entities electrocuted by other player can only strike lightning by them. Sunflicker Sword, Light, passive, unleash a searing solar beam upon the target, scorching them for 10 seconds. Active, teleport user to a designated direction with 8 blocks distance. Useful for reaching targets from afar. Can also teleport through walls. Or for traveling. Cataclysm Blade, Dark, passive, detonate a target, causing a devastating AO explosion. During a full moon, the explosion has the potential to cause block destruction. This inflicts a blindness effect on entities within the impact radius. Active, unleash the power to draw an entity closer to you, enabling swift engagement. Select your target by looking at them, then activate this skill to draw them towards you. The maximum range for pulling entities is 8 blocks. Battleaxes. Battleaxes are melee weapons, known for their exceptional damage output and durability. However, their skills aren't as potent as other weapons, and are equipped solely with passive skills. The passive skill of Battleaxes can be triggered with every hit upon the target. Battleaxes can also be used to destroy wood blocks faster. Terraforge Axe, Earth, inflict weakness effect on target. Additionally, there's 50% chance to inflict nausea effect too. Incinerator Axe, Fire. Scorch the target for a few seconds. Additionally, there's a 45% chance to leave a fire on the ground. Cerulean Edge, Water. Inflict mining fatigue effect for a few seconds. Galeshatter Axe, Wind. Lift the target into the air and then release, causing fall damage upon descent. Frozen Axe, Ice. Inflict slow effect on target for a few seconds. Electrosurge Axe, Lightning. Release a small AoE Electroburst that extends to nearby entities, dealing half the damage of the main target received. Luminarax Edge, Light. Randomly teleport the target it hits to a nearby location, creating confusion for your target. Abyssal Axe, Dark. Inflict Wither effect on target for a few seconds. During a full moon. It will also trigger an explosion on the target, and the wither effect it applies will be slightly weaker. Mystic Armors. Mystic Armors serve as protective gear, designed to mitigate incoming damage. Each piece of armor corresponds to a different elemental type. Mystic Armors offer distinct passive abilities, but they only take effect when the wearer has the complete set of the same element. These passives provide benefits to the wearer, and an effect against attackers. The wearer's passive ability takes effect when specific conditions are met, providing benefits to the wearer. The attacker's passive has a 25% chance to trigger when the wearer is attacked in melee combat, and the effect applies to the attacker. Obstruction Armor, Earth. Wearer grants resistance effect permanently. Attacker inflict weakness effect for a few seconds. Firaga armor, fire. Grants fire resistance effect permanently. Attacker scorch the attacker for a few seconds. Azurelean armor, water. Wearer grants conduit power while wearer is in water. Attacker inflict mining fatigue effect for a few seconds. Viridescent armor, wind. Wearer, if wearer is falling from a certain heights, grants slow falling effect, preventing them receive fall damage. Attacker, levitate the attacker into the air and then release, causing fall damage upon descent. Glacial Armor, ice. Wearer grants special Frostwalker ability. The ice remains intact as long as the wearer is standing on it. unlike ice that are created by the Frostwalker enchantment. The ice generated by this armor causes continuous damage per second to other entities stepping on it, and inflict slow effect on them. Attacker. Inflict slow effect for a few seconds. Thundersurge Armor, Lightning. Wearer. Grants speed effect while wearer is sprinting. Additionally, the wearer is immune to slow effect. Attacker. Pushes back the attacker slightly, and then strikes lightning towards the attacker, ensuring the wearer is not affected by lightning's impact. I just got burned because they attacked me, but I'm safe from lightning's impact. Divine Armor, Light. Wearer. Grants night vision effect permanently. Additionally, the wearer is immune to blindness effect. Attacker. Randomly teleports the attacker nearby and deals small amount of damage to them. Shadow Armor, Dark. Wearer. Sneak without moving, or performing any action for 5 seconds to enter stealth mode. In this mode, the wearer, including their armor, becomes invisible. Stealth mode will be deactivated when the wearer is no longer sneaking. The wearer initiates an attack. The wearer interacts with or hits block. The wearer places or mines block. The wearer uses an item, e.g., eating, drinking, throwing, including activating the active skill of a mystic weapon. Now let's see this in third person. As you can see, even the armor turns invisible. Only the item you hold will not be invisible. Additionally, the wearer will not attack by endowed, no matter if wearer is in stealth mode or not. Attacker. Create a small explosion to the attacker and inflict blindness effect on them. So that's all for today. Stay safe and thank you for watching.